Hi guys, it's Gabby. I'm sure you probably read the description for the video, the title. I'm not really, when I made this channel, I didn't expect it to just be all about Dragon Ball Z, but something came up recently and it really made me think about it, and I just wanted to share my feelings with you. So basically, a few days ago, Kanzenshuu.com just released a bunch of translations from some interviews with Akira Toriyama, and yeah, there was one interview that was done in like 1997, and one interview that was done quite a bit later. But in both of them, he explained something, and I think this was the reason why Kanzenshu released them both at the same time. At least they released the translations at the same time. He was talking a lot about Goku's character, and I just found it really interesting because it was something I'd been thinking about for a while, and I didn't know if it was actually official or not. So, without further ado, I'm just gonna read to you what he said about Goku's character. So, here we go. At any rate, I wanted him to have the sense of being that rare guy who seeks only to become stronger than before. So much that it feels like there's no one as pure as this person. And while he does end up saving everyone as a result of that, he himself, at least, has a very pure sincerity about wanting to become stronger. What I wanted to depict the most was the sense that he might not be a good guy at all, although he does do good things as a result. Now that's just really interesting, right? See, what he's basically saying is something that I've always suspected, but I never had actual confirmation, is that Goku isn't always morally right. We have always seen Goku, he makes mistakes. Sometimes that seems unintentional, sometimes it seems intentional, but either way, Goku as a character and as a person is very flawed. He has this single-minded goal that he wants to become stronger, and that pretty much drives almost everything he does, whether those actions he does as a consequence of that, whether those actions are good or not. So for example, this is the thing I think people have a real misconception about. Goku generally always spares his enemies. But I don't think he does that because he doesn't do that because of mercy, and he doesn't do that because of some inherent belief in the goodness of those people. Goku spares his enemies because he wants to fight them again. That's what happened with Vegeta. He didn't spare Vegeta because he believed that Vegeta could change. He spared Vegeta's life because he wanted to fight him again. And that's just really interesting. I mean, there are shows like this, but for a kids show and a kids anime and a kids manga, it's just so interesting and so refreshing to have a main character who's not always right. In fact, a main character who most of the time goofs up more than he does actual good. And there was another interesting thing is in the earlier interview he talks about how once Dragon Ball got animated, at any rate, I've always been dissatisfied with the righteous hero type portrayal that it gave him. I guess I couldn't quite get them to grasp the elements of poison that slip in and out of sight amongst the shadows. So yeah, if you guys ever wondered, for those who watch Battle of Gods, you may have noticed that Goku is really different to how he's portrayed in, say, the movies. And that's because, yeah, Battle of Gods was helped, I'm not exactly sure how much he did, but Battle of Gods was helped by Akira Toriyama himself. The movies weren't, and that's why Goku is very different. Akira Toriyama's Goku is very different to Toei Animation's Goku, which in itself is also different to early Funimation dub Goku. See, I'm not going to go and start ragging on about the English dub. I know some people do that, some people don't like that at all, but basically, yeah, the English dub of Dragon Ball Z really changes Goku's character, at least the initial one. I think Kai sort of fixed that, but the very first Dragon Ball Z, the ones that people grew up with, they grew up with a sort of very different portrayal of Goku, just through some of the stuff that they changed and some of the things that he said. So for a really major example, one of the most iconic scenes for people who watch the English dub a lot is the speech that Goku says to Frieza after he's turned Super Saiyan. I don't know the exact words, but I know it starts off like, I am the hope of the universe, I am the light in the darkness, I am Son Goku, and I am a Super Saiyan. It's something like that. But yeah, it's very iconic. But in the Japanese version, it's actually very different. So here, I'll read it to you. It's I am a Saiyan who came here all the way from Earth to defeat you. I'm the legendary warrior of a pure heart awakened by rage. I am Son Goku, the Super Saiyan. I know that doesn't sound that different, but the tone is very different. In the dub, it's just sort of like Goku is this amazing superhero and he's the warrior and he's going to save all the innocent people. Whereas it's in the original version, it's more like, he's this legendary warrior, but that's not necessarily a good thing. He's awakened by rage. So it's a very different interpretation of Goku, just with the different lines and just how much they changed it. And I think that definitely also goes into the how Goku is interpreted different by Toriyama than he is by other people. So yeah, generic hero Goku isn't exactly what Goku was supposed to be. Goku is not Superman, both in terms of whatever ridiculous, meaningless fantasy power level debates, but yeah, Goku is not Superman. Superman is always right. He's always morally right. He'll be conflicted, but in the end he'll always do the right thing. Goku? No, he doesn't do the right thing a lot of the time. And that's just what makes him so compelling as a main character. At least that's in my opinion. That's just one of the things I think makes Dragon Ball Z so interesting, even nowadays. And yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about. So those of you who want to see the interviews, I'm going to post the links to both of them in the video description. And you guys can read the whole thing, because they're very interesting reading for those who are interested in Dragon Ball Z. And for those of you who don't like Dragon Ball Z, I might, maybe if people like vlogs, I might do another one that's not about Dragon Ball Z. I'm not exactly sure what it'll be about, but I don't know, if I just think about something, I'm just gonna go and talk about it, and maybe you guys are interested. And if you're not interested, no, seriously, if you're not interested, just tell me. I'm serious. I don't want to, fill your subscription feeds with videos that you don't really care about. Yeah, that's basically all I had to talk about. So, see ya, guys.